Hi guys, how's it going? Taiwo Codes here. Today I'm going to show you how to download and run a Spring Boot application for the first time. So first of all, let's go ahead and open up a browser of choice. Open up Google and just search in Spring Initializer. Go ahead on the first link from start.spring.io and you'll be brought into a Spring Initializer web page. So now we're going to go ahead and click Maven for our projects. Now Maven and Gradle are just build tools that we're going to use to build a project. So in a nutshell, build tools are programs that just helps us to automate the building of our application for us to get an executable file at the end. So we're going to click Maven as our project and click on the latest stable version, which is already highlighted for us, 2.7.5. So this in a nutshell are basically versions of Spring that have been built or have been made as the application is growing and maturing. So this recent stable version is 2.75 and we're going to choose that for our use case. And then we now go ahead on our project metadata, which basically gives us information about our project. So we can see the first one here is group, which is basically the name of the package of our project. So convention is to usually type in the domain name dots the project name. So for our use case, we're going to use com, and we're just going to write in any name that we want for our package. So as I said, the project name, so it's going to be Taiwo Codes, or in your use case, you can write anything like com.project, we'll just say. So that's the group. Artifact is the name of the application. So our application would just be called, let's say, a customer application. And then name is basically the same thing as a artifact, so that auto populates, so you can just leave that blank. Description is basically the description of our project. So what is our project about? We're just going to say a application to manage projects. And then the package name is already populated. The package name is similar to the group name, which we can just leave alone as it auto populates it for us. So as you can see, it just basically grabs in the group name and then the artifact name and then puts a dot notation, combines them together. So we can also see on the right hand side our dependencies. These are basically the different type of features our project can have. So without going too in depth, we can add a few of these here into our project, like Lombok. We can have Spring Web. We can add different Vaadin, Timeleaf, different dependencies that we can just plug into our project, and it will be packed in there for us to use as we run our project. So we're just going to leave that blank and go ahead and click generate. Before we click generate, I missed out on packaging. Packaging is basically what our project is going to be packaged in. So we are going to use jar instead of var. Now, what are the differences between jar and var? Jar is basically like a class, Java class files that have, different files inside of it, like Java files, metadata, and relevant resources. They're all combined into an executable file called a jar file. Now, var file is more web focused. This is a file that's related to, anything that you want to do that's related to the web. So we have JavaScript files, JSP files, HTML files, servlet files, all are tied into a var file. So if you want to have a web specific application, go ahead and click var. Our use case, we're going to just click jar and leave it at that. Java version, we'll click 17. Some people might usually want to just go with Java 8, but for our case with Java 17 version of Java that we want to run an application. So just go ahead and click generate to generate the project for us. So once it's generated, you can go ahead and grab that application wherever it is saved on your machine and open it up and unzip it. And then we'll get brought our application here. And this will contain our Spring Boot project. So it's best practice just get an IDE of your choice and open up the pom.xml file. Pom.xml file is just basically a file that contains information about your project, dependencies of your project, and the version, and you'll see it as we go along. So just go ahead and click open on your IDE. I'm using IntelliJ. Go ahead on the project and click the pom.xml file, and this open as project. Trust it. Now, depending on your operating system, you might have to follow a different process, but should be similar anyways. So you can ignore this error. This is just my specific machine related error. So this is your project downloaded and run now into your machine, so you can successfully go ahead and run your application, Spring Boot application, successfully. So thanks for watching, guys. See you in the next video.